So this gentleman clearly doesn't want us to film. We were met immediately upon getting off the train. Only a couple miles away, there is a camp. So as they sit here and scan our documents, this is all part of the police state.
So the CNN Beijing Bureau just spent a week reporting in the western Chinese province of Xinjiang, and it's not an easy place to do journalism. So we wanted to show you a little bit of what we went through, but I think more importantly, tell you why that matters. Xinjiang is the province where the U.S. says China has detained up to 2 million people, nearly all Muslims, in camps over the last few years. Activists say Beijing has done that to try and eliminate Islam within its borders, and ex-detainees have told CNN they were tortured inside while undergoing political indoctrination. China denies that and says these camps aren't prisons, but voluntary vocational training centers that are being used to not eliminate Islam, only Islamic extremism. Now, China's government says that Xinjiang is wide open for us to freely report there. Maybe in theory, but in reality, that's just not true. For example, upon landing there, our welcome gift was a government tail.
We've already been followed by 3 or 4 guys, including one of them who I've seen follow us from the second we got out of the baggage area.
That would be this man. He and at least a dozen others followed us every single hour of our 6-day trip, never more than 20 feet away. In the car, in the train station, in the hotel, in the room next to mine. So it's a bit of an odd feeling to be in your hotel room at 1 in the morning and knowing that on the other side of this connecting door, which leads to the room next door to mine, there's at least 3, 4 of the guys who have been following us around over the past couple days. It felt like intimidation tactics. They wanted us to know that we were being followed. And then, of course, there were the uniformed cops that showed up at odd hours.
We should check your passport and visa.
It's almost 1 a.m.
Yes. Also,
I know, but I was sleeping. It just seems unnecessary.
I'm sorry to bother you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So, this is what happens when you do journalism in Xinjiang. I've lived here for nearly 4 years, and I've watched as things have gotten tougher and tougher for foreign journalists on all types of different stories. Xinjiang is probably just the most extreme example. But beyond just being followed, there were the more obvious attempts to try and make sure that we saw nothing they didn't want us to. For example, a highway we were on was closed for hours due to an accident nowhere to be seen. Not to mention spontaneous roadblocks that specifically target foreigners and ethnic minorities. Our IDs were checked nearly 50 times in 6 days. And the second you book a flight or a train, the government knows about it. And you can tell that because, well, government officials are waiting for you upon arrival.
They clearly knew we were coming. They met us at the airport. They're checking our visas. They're telling us they want to accompany us for our own safety. But really, this is just stalling tactics. They know it, we know it, and yet this is the game we have to play. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs say they don't know anything about the harassment we faced, but said Xinjiang is, quote, open and hospitable.
The constant tales, the constant harassment, the constant delays, they're more than just inconvenient. They are specific tactics China's government has employed for a long time to prevent journalists from doing their jobs. But in the last few years, there is broad agreement in the foreign journalism community here that it's gotten worse, nowhere more so than Xinjiang. The end result is that it's nearly impossible to freely report on the hundreds of thousands of people that are likely languishing in camps right now, and that means that the rest of the world can't really see what's going on there. This is one of the biggest human rights stories on Earth, and as we saw firsthand, China is actively trying to cover it up.